Mark, it's been a couple of weeks since that frustrating result up at Dundee. With that little break, does that make you more hungry to get your teeth sunk back into some domestic football?
Yeah, I think so. I think everything that's went on has done that for me. I was back up Monday morning. Faddy had done a good job last week in keeping the boys ticking over. They look fit enough, they look sharp enough. We've had a good week, a couple of sessions on Tuesday. We've prepared for the game on Thursday, and what was a fairly sharp session this morning, so I was quite pleased with it. And now just can't wait to get back in the games. We've got a big November, December coming up, a lot of games, and this is the first of a sequence of whatever 9 games up to the new year. So yeah, it's an exciting period.
And looking at the game and the league table in particular, it's also very tight. That's been the nature of the league this season. How are you feeling about what it's looking at the moment and where it could push you if a positive result tomorrow?
I'm not really looking at that. I think I said a couple of weeks ago, as far as I'm concerned, we've got 20 odd games to get ourselves in the top 6. We're introducing players, we're introducing young players, and they're getting better all the time. And I'm convinced that eventually we'll get consistent results. At the moment, results will be inconsistent. We've done very well in a couple of games, and then we've been poor in a couple of others, and we've been unlucky, and particularly in the Dundee game, I think. So we've got to hope that tomorrow we can find the sort of form that we've shown in some of the other games against a Partick Thistle team who are a good team. I think that not only are they playing in a way that makes it difficult for people, but they're also physically strong. I think they're well organised. But we've got a plan ourselves, and if we execute it as well as we're capable of, then I think we can take all 3 points.
One of the things you've been speaking about a lot is the performance level and how that's the most important thing. What's the key to getting back to that performance level? The last time you were at Fir Park with that convincing win?
Well, I think that it's just the boys themselves understanding what's required, us giving them a strategy that they're able to execute, not putting them in a shape that's different from the others in a way that doesn't allow them to, improvise. So we've got to be able to stop the opposition as well as inflict upon them our abilities. So they do that, and in particular how hard they work. They have to be prepared to work harder than the opposition, and after that hope that we find ourselves to be better players.
And just finally, Mark, yesterday you spoke about team news and Carl McGhee in particular back now. It's obviously a while until he's back to full fitness, but what can you expect when he comes back into the team, and are you looking forward to that as well?
Well, I think those that saw him early season saw what a competitor he is. And that's how he got himself injured, because he's so committed. He's been so frustrated about this whole episode about being out. I don't expect him back now until probably the end of January when we restart, but it'll be great to have him back for that lead into the end of the season.
Well, thanks for your time, Mark, and all the best tomorrow. Speak to you then. Cheers.